Computer. Hello and welcome. My name is Lisa Marie Grantham, and I am the founder of Goddess Lifestyle Plan and School of Magical Living. And I'm here today with my dear friend and really mentor, Lisa Michaels, and we're going to be talking about the 5 critical powers for a successful coaching business. We're going to do a lot of talking about the elements and how they operate in your life. And you're going to learn how each foundational elemental power impacts your business bottom line. You're also going to learn how to uncover how each of the same powers deeply influence your client's capacity to successfully manifest their finances, business, life, relationships, and health. You're going to awaken ways elemental mastery will support your ability to thrive in your business, and open to elemental support for your business and client success in this dynamic and complementary training. There's so many juicy wisdom nuggets in here. I really am so excited to deliver this training to you with Lisa. So I'd like to say hello here to Lisa and invite her to come on in and start this amazing training.
Well, Lisa, I'm just super excited that you are becoming the fairy godmother, if you will, of the Natural Rhythms Teachings and Creation Coach. I mean, it's just super exciting to me to have you taking that forward. When we're dealing with creation and we're working with creation, there's some very important components about creation, and we're going to be talking about that as we go along. But one of the things is the cycle of life. You know, things are born, or they start growing, they grow to their fruition and their maturation. Things have certain life cycles, and then it's time for regeneration and rejuvenation. And I've been working with this body of work for the last 20 years. It has meant so much to me and the people who've engaged it. There's just not even words. It's so powerful. And it was time, and is time, for me to grow into my next thing that I'm creating. And so to have you being the person who really helps the coaches go to the next level, really takes this body of work out, I'm so excited for that. So glad you're here. Glad each one of you are tuning in, and let's just start by opening to the living field of creation. So the living field of creation flows through everything. So close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and open to the energy of the earthly realm, of the water realm, of air, of fire, of spirit. Yeah, it's very alive, beautiful. And you can open your eyes when you feel like it. You can access this living realm of creation anytime. It's extraordinarily powerful. What's important about it is that each of the elements function in a different way, but they function similarly in the inside as they do in the outside. So how they function within you is also how they function in the outer world. That's important to understand, because the more you not only understand that, the more you know how to access that, the better off you're going to be able to build your business, create more income, and really deeply help your clients, because these are very powerful skills. And spirit is the glue that flows throughout each of the realms. So we're going to really help you today to establish this connection to each one of the elements. So you'll start to see how it can help you build a business and grow a business. Anything you want to add here, Miss Lisa?
Yes, I'd love to add that, in earth-based spirituality, there is a saying, as above, so below, so within, so without. And it really is understanding the elements, how they route their power, how they show up. That truly is what helps us manifest everything we desire in our life, and helps us help our clients through the same. I mean, I've been using the archetypes of the elements for years, since the beginning with my clients. I cannot believe the transformation, just really understanding each of the elements, how they show up, what is our own dominant element within us. So when we understand the elements through and through, it really is a game changer. It's a game changer, I think, for almost having the key to unlock life and the mysteries. Yeah. Yeah. I have one more thing I'd love to mention also. During this webinar presentation, you're going to have an opportunity to integrate with some dance and to do some journaling in your journal. So when we do come to those parts of the training, you just want to go ahead and pause this recording and take advantage of the exercise, whatever is being given to you at the time, and then just hit play again and continue through the training module.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So what is really centered here is that when you become a creation coach and a facilitator, when you engage this teaching, you get so many ways to work at a very deep level with your clients, with the elemental forces of creation, with the natural rhythmic timings of the universe, and really build a solid business. Because you see here, this hand, it's holding what we call a unified field. When you bring anything that you want to manifest into a unified field, each of the elements are unified. And when you can help your clients to do that, it helps to bring things into manifestation much, much quicker. So let's just say you've pretty much got everything together, but water, you're not feeling whatever it is you're creating. Or let's say fire, you're not taking action on it. Any one of the elements that's out of alignment with this unified field will cause weak creation results. So that's why we work with every single one of them. And you'll find in these teachings, you really get the basics, very grounded in the basics of every element. We're just going to give you the basics of earth to start with. And then as you deepen your connection in the trainings, you'll see every element has some very powerful foundational components. So the basics of earth is it forms the container of all of your relationship with the other elements. And your spirit, your soul, your experiences here in the physical realm. So as you move in your body through the world of matter, your body is your personal earth, that container. I mean, it contains your earth, your water, your air, your own fire, your own spirit. The principles, as we said before, they function in the same way in the inner world as they do outside of you. Earth is all about structure and things of matter in your life, the physical realm. So with the body as your earthly container, you're using earth to bring anything into creation and form. And because earth holds the relationships of the other elements, your relationship to those elements are also found here. So it's how does water, air, and fire, how do they all interact within whatever it is you're bringing into form? Water's how you feel, air's how you think, fire is the actions that you take or the energy that you bring to something. Spirit is deep alignment with the essence of who you are, and your body contains all of that. Now, each one of the elements has a way that they are part of bringing something into physical form. So whether you want to manifest a book, more money, a baby, your retirement, like wherever it is you are in the life cycle, whatever you want to bring into creation, when you're working with earth, that's when you go step by step by step, layering in the components that need to be done. You want to work with somebody who's got a lot of earth. if you want to do something like this. That's why, Lisa, I think you are just really good again as the next mama of these teachings, because you've got that really powerful step-by-step capacity with a lot of earth like I do, which makes it a really good combination.
You've actually mentioned that a couple of times, and my Virgo-ness, which, I mean, everybody who knows me knows how I identify with my Virgo-ness. I love being a Virgo, and I love my attention to detail. And you've mentioned a few times that that's why you feel I'm the perfect, fairy godmother for this program.
Well, that is one of the reasons. So my Venus is in Virgo, so I adore Virgo. That's my inner feminine. But you've also got enough fire to take it out in the world too. And we'll talk more about fire. If you just had earth, that's a very cool sign. The energy of it's cool, but it's that combination of the earth and capacity and the fire to bring it forth that I think also really makes a huge, huge difference.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that's unique about this body of work is that there are very detailed facilitator notes. So in Creation Coach and Facilitator, there's actually 15, hear me correctly, 15 full 2-day weekends worth of content, plus all sorts of other side content that you can pull in. But you can start, and this is kind of the beauty of it, if you decided that you wanted to do the 15 full weekends, and you can package this in all sorts of ways. Break it down into smaller components. As a facilitator, you can do the 15 full weekends of content. You can do 3 5-day intensives, which I've done. I've done so many different things with this content because you can pull it out, mix it around. As a matter of fact, when you first get started, there's a way for you to do either a 2-hour to a 2-day workshop that you can get started right away, earning income facilitating that program, because it's so flexible. But the nice thing is about these facilitator notes is it tells you exactly what to do. You can make it your own, but you've got plenty of details of how this thing gets facilitated. Now, the way these 15 weekends work is that you first lay down the 100 level capacities of the elements, and there's a lot to that. I mean, really a tremendous amount of content. And then you lay down on top of that the second layer, the 200 level of content, and then you help people really design their own lives. So then we're just pulling out one little piece to show you in this webinar, which is the power to stand on your own. Let me back up a second. That's the earth primary power. We're going to be sharing with you each of the elemental powers, but these are core powers for something somebody would need to know to begin with this particular element.
Yes.
That's a beauty of it. So Earth's primary power really is the power to stand on your own. So the elemental primary powers of every element help you increase your ability to apply that element in creation. The potent powers add energetic strength to your presence and your sense of self. And this was such a fun picture Lisa and I took. We were going to Cape. Where were we? All of a sudden, my mind.
we were, where were we? Well, we did New Orleans.
I wanted to say Cape Coral, but that's not it. We were going to where...
we were in New Orleans here, and we took the riverboat.
No, we were up near Martha's Vineyard.
We were up near Martha's Vineyard. That's exactly right. We took the ferry.
Yes.
Because we did New Orleans in the riverboat too, I think, on a different trip. Yeah.
We've had so much fun traveling together, so it's super cool that we took this picture. Now, what's unique about bodies, think about this. You're born, and I just recently have a grandnephew and you've got a granddaughter. When you're born, you're tiny little thing. You can't do very much on your own, but you grow in your capacity to stand on your own in this physical body and to be able to create from your physicality. So this is that primary power. You grow in that ability to manifest and create and stand as an individuated being on this planet. So it's that body container that helps you to create. I mean, it's these hands that write the book. It's these eyes that, see what you want to bring in next. I mean, it is the way spirit moves uniquely through your form. So it's your job to learn how to stand on your own two creation feet in the world. And I want to say that I think one of the true supreme powers of creation is creating a business.
Oh, yeah. Oof. I agree with that 100%. That just like was like, ooh. I cannot believe the woman I've become because I decided to do this, an online business specifically, but even my brick and mortar brought forth many things that I didn't think I was capable of. And then my online business just is constantly amazing me, what's it pulling out of me, the potential, the honing, of skills and talents that I just, it's really remarkable. That's where I get like, yes, personal growth to the max through online business.
Absolutely. I think there's a few really supreme acts of creation. Certainly having a baby is one of them, and bringing up children, but a business is absolutely a supreme act of creation. So one of the things that's important to know is when you are either starting your business or you're going to the next level, it's just a really powerful way to engage those forces. You're learning to stand your ground, stand on your own, and really bring forth your essence in the world of form. So every single element impacts your ability to successfully manifest financially, in business, in life, in your relationships, in your health. Again, knowing how to apply them impacts everything. So now you can actually activate the primary power to stand on your own by just finding a piece of music that you love and use your intention to activate that primary power. That's one of the things that you will be facilitating should you decide to become a creation coach and facilitator. You're helping people to do this. And then take a little bit of time to journal with these questions. Lisa, you want to read through these questions real quick?
Yes. How is the power to stand on your own impacting you as a business owner? Own your own doesn't mean alone. How does it impact your business bottom line? How can you apply it more to increase your business bottom line? And how does it impact your client's ability to manifest successfully? Oh, I love me some earth. I love all the elements for many reasons.
Me too. So I think that piece about, being on your own doesn't mean you're alone, because the more you can stand in your personal power and really claim your own ability to co-create, the more effective you actually are at co-creating anything with anyone else. So that's really important. So like Lisa said, pause here, journal, activate what you want, and let's move on to water. All right, let's just give thanks to Earth as we move into water. Feels totally different. So the primary power of water is actually the power of love. Now, we're not talking about love as a romantic notion, but as a fundamental force of creation. Think about a child that has not been loved. It withers. Things need the force of love to fully develop. And if you need more love, you just want to slather it on yourself. So just like water loves a living substance, and it nourishes anything to which it is applied. Without love, your creations wither and die. So people of all ages, businesses, homes, bodies, animals, the earth herself, all living entities, they all need love to thrive. So what in your life needs the water power of love to really help it to flourish? And these are the same questions that Lisa read with Earth. They're just applied to water now. So if you want to activate water's primary power, you can go ahead and find another piece of music. If you just want to journal right now, that's fine too. Just tune into this very fluid element to see what it wants to tell you about how to use this power of love. Anything you want to say about it, Lisa?
Well, just looking at it, I love how water corresponds to the power of love. I I've never known that as far as with my own studies. Water has always been the emotional realm, but I love looking at water as the power of love, that fluidity, that caring and nurturingness, because I believe that that is definitely the realm of water, that nurturer, that emotional attachment in a healthy, beautiful way.
Yeah, beautiful. And if we really claim its power and we apply it to whatever it is that we're creating, it helps tremendously. Tremendously. If you apply
Beautiful.
love to your business.
Mm.
Now, when you're all finished with water, let's come on, thank water, and let's move on to air. And I'm going to say too that what we do as creation coaches and facilitators is we help our clients lay down each of these primary powers. And when all of them get laid down, it is extraordinary how much they work on our behalf and how much we can really apply them. But then there's a whole nother level of powers to put on top of that. I mean, the elements, one of the things that's unique about them is they are always meeting you where you are because they are the core forces of creation. So with air's power of intention, you want to be clear, and really for it to be effective, you want it to be simple. So this bird's intention is just to have lunch. So when I started working with intention, I started to see how important it was that it was clear, that it was simply stated, that it was focused solely on the desired outcome. Now, years ago, when I started working with it, one of the things I said, and I'm just going to use one of my first real memories of like how I was using intention. In one of my first apartments, I said, I don't want rust carpeting. I don't want rust carpeting. Over and over I said this. So what's the only color carpeting that they had? Of course, it was rust, because the universe doesn't take what you don't want. It only takes what you do want. One of my ballet students, as I was trying to teach her years ago, she was like, I don't want to be the cat in Alice in Wonderland. I don't want. Of course, what is she? She's the cat. Well, then the other piece is I had a woman who was in a process that I did, this was a 9-month process. And when it came time for the intention of the process, hers was like changing every single aspect of her life. And that actually had her do the process over 2 times because it was so much. So you want to keep it really clear, you want to keep it simple, and you want to keep it well directed toward what you do want. So my intention is to grow a garden free of any pests or weeds, puts the focus on pests and weeds, as opposed to beautiful, easy to maintain garden. So on what you do want. And I promise you, if you will start working with your intention rhythmically, using the power of the moon and the moon cycles, even if it's just the new moon, but new and full really helps. And you use the wheel of the year and you redirect your energy of creation. You will be amazed at what will come into form in your life and in your business. Anything you want to say about that, Miss Lisa?
I'd love to. First of all, from the outside looking in, one of the things that gets said most to me, I think, is I can't. You're always recreating or creating, and how do you get so much done? This is how I get so much done, by following nature's rhythms, natural rhythms, by working calling things into myself at new moon and releasing things, during dark moon, and that's like a monthly cycle where you're constantly calling in what you want and releasing what no longer serves. And then that's a micro level. And then I've been working with the seasons, which springtime really starting to tend to my desires of what I want to call in, and then the fall, letting everything that no longer serves release. It's like a micro and a macro, manifestation. And I have to tell you, come New Year's, I don't even have a resolution because I'm working on it during the year. It's never overwhelming. You're just constantly flowing and manifesting and releasing, creating that healthy space for what you want to come in. Really powerful. And that's really how I do it. Exactly like this. I've been doing it for years.
It makes such a difference, such a difference. Thank you. So whether it's using a vision board, and I got to the point where I didn't have enough wall space for vision boards anymore. So I started doing something called creation journaling, where I take a book, and I'll just show you my creation journal right now. Create, dream, and discover. And I fill it with what would be on a creation board, and that's what I put my timings in, and really refocus my energy every new moon, full moon, and every wheel of the year point. It's a really powerful tool. So whatever it is you're going to use, when you do something visually too, it really impacts you. So again, you can choose a dance and activate this primary power. Just with your intention, you can activate the power of intention. But you can also just do some journaling with intention, and how is it making a difference in your business. All right, thank you, air. Take a deep breath, everybody. Nice. Now, if you want to see about applying these tools, Lisa, you want to tell them where to go?
Sure. Well, you can take a look and see all of what's included within Creation Coach Facilitator and Certification Program. You would go to schoolofmagicalliving.com, and that will bring you to the homepage of the website. And then you want to click courses. And when you hover over courses, you're going to see a drop down, and you want to go to the far right where it says natural rhythms, and it's the first drop down tab, Creation Coach and Facilitator Certification Program. So that you'll click on that, it'll bring you right to the sales page, and really take a moment. I'm going to invite you to really read it. It's very hard to encapsulate what's included in this program. There's just so much on a sales page. You'd be scrolling and reading for a very long time. But it does talk about the bonuses and all of the amazing content that's in there. It's really incredible. So again, just schoolofmagicalliving.com. You want to hover over courses and then click Creation Coach Facilitator and Certification.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So when you decide to become a creation coach and facilitator, you're engaging the principles of creation as a coach, one-on-one, as a facilitator, whatever size groups, either in person or online, you're engaging. And then as a business owner, you are using the forces of creation to impact all three levels of creation. Want to say who it's for, Lisa?
Sure. Honestly, this Creation Coach program is really for any type of coach, any transformational coach, any health and wellness coaches, and any holistic practitioners, spiritual teachers, experts and mentors of all kinds, trainers, service professionals, healers, and helping professionals, massage therapists, yoga and dance teachers, medical specialists, including MDs and nurses, because as we see, the trend is, I see the medical or the medical field really moving towards more holistic ways of healing and preventative care for the body, mind and spirit. Experienced entrepreneurs who want nature's creation tools to help take their income and influence to the next level. And really, I really want to hammer this part home. Please listen. Early stage entrepreneurs who are ready to take their gifts into the world in a very powerful way. I have been business coaching for about 5 years now in my personal online business. And I will tell you that most of the women who come to me, it's the hardest thing for them to do is figure out a signature system within their business. It's something that can take quite a bit, because unless you know what it's going to be, like this is my signature process on something, it could be a daunting idea. This particular certification program will give you a business in a box. It gives you it gives you a signature system. It's called Natural Rhythms. It gives you this signature system so that you can literally get out there. You have services to offer. You have workshops you can be facilitating. Immediately getting out there, not recreating the wheel. Please hear me when I say no need to recreate the wheel. You have everything you need. You can start implementing. And the beauty of that is that once you stop focusing so intently on something, my signature system, my own signature system, my own signature process, it creates healthy space for the inspiration to actually come in. And what I've noticed is women who say, you know what, yeah, I'm going to start off and I'm going to immediately start facilitating these natural rhythms creation coach facilitations. All of a sudden they'll reach out and they'll be like, Lisa, I thought of my signature system. Because when we're not staring at something so intently, it really allows that healthy space for inspiration to come in. That connection opens to really what you're meant to be doing, and the signature system really flows. It also gets you into action. This creation coach program will get you into action, doing and teaching through the elements, through natural forces, through following these rhythmic patterns. And action is, I think, it unhinges the manifestation. It really gets the manifestation moving, if that makes sense. So just getting into action and watching and the teachings, the videos, it's going to get you very, very inspired. And you'll be really surprised how your inspiration will start hitting. And you'll be like, wow. So this particular facilitation and training program is for literally anybody in the holistic realm. Anything you're doing and you have holistic ties in your business and beliefs. But most importantly, it's for women who are ready to get out there and create some money for themselves, sharing something incredible with others, and facilitating transformation for others. This is a business in a box.
Yeah. And the nice thing about it is it can also be like sub-niched. Like you can use natural rhythms and the elemental forces for relationship or for financial training or for business training. I mean, there's so many different ways. That was beautiful, Lisa. Lots of ways to use it.
So many.
And so now let's talk about fire's primary power. And it is action. Fire is about getting things going. So just some questions to ask yourself. I mean, do you take action in your life that is really in alignment with your dreams and desires? Because where you put your energy, that's what's going to grow. And you have to take action. So if you want to write a book or put a product in form, and I've put lots of books and lots of products in form, you got to sit down and do it, apply your initiative, take action. And sometimes you're the one that needs to do something. So instead of waiting for others to step up and lead, give yourself permission. What are you waiting for permission to do? Action And fire is the element of transformation. It can transform any situation with aligned action toward where you want to go. So you got to get things moving with fire. Ask yourself, where do you need to get moving? So again, you can put on a piece of music and dance to activate the primary power of action. Just tune in to the questions if you want to as a business owner. How are these impacting you, impacting your bottom line, strengthening you? Tune into fire, and can you feel how just even talking about fire gets you fired up?
Yeah.
Pretty remarkable. Anything you want to say about fire, Lisa? Are you ready to move to spirit?
I love me some fire. I will tell you that taking action is like I said, to me, it's the linchpin that unleashes manifestation. Because you can be thinking about what you want to do, and you could be feeling like, oh, I really want that, and I really want that. Action is what actually makes it happen. It's the taking the action part. So fire is so, so, so important as part of your manifestation team. Because if not, it just stays kind of stuck in that ether realm, the thought realm, which is really where I find a lot of women getting stuck in that overthinking and the thinking, and my intention is to do this, but without action, your manifestation will fall flat.
Exactly. And if you think about it, fire, the solar force, is what springs the plants to life.
Yes.
It heats up the soil. That's what happens in manifestation. You have to have that heat of fire of action.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Now, spirit's primary power is the power of choice. Interesting. So every time you choose something, whether it's what you want to eat, wear, think, do, not do, express, feel, create, where you'll live, work, play, you're designing and defining yourself in your life. What things you want to put in your business. And situations where it feels like you have no choice, you can still choose your viewpoint and how you're going to respond. So you are a co-creator in training. We have been given free will. So, and what we're doing is learning from spirit and the elements how to apply their energies in the conscious creation of your own life and in your own business. So this free will power, the power to choose, is a dynamic power. Sounds simple, but it is really profound because it gives you the capacity to create and to change your creation whenever you want to. Now let's talk about these powers. So we have the power to stand on your own, and I want to also say you can activate this spirit power too anytime you're ready. But you've got the power to stand on your own. You've got the power of love with water, the power of intention with air, the fire power of, or the power of action with fire, and the power of choice with spirit. Now, when these get activated, people need to stay conscious because they are really serious powers. And that's important to understand and to know. So here are your questions with spirit, same ones. You're just reflecting on how this is impacting your business growth, what it's doing for you. When you put them all together, so if you've activated each one of them with a dance, you can also then activate all of them simultaneously for the level 1 unified field of elemental powers. Really dynamic. Anything you want to say about that, Miss Lisa?
No, it's beautiful how it all comes together, this beautiful natural system, and just manifestation as an equation. Very, very powerful. I'm just thinking, I guess I'm reflecting on really how powerful the elements really are in creating a life that we want. And for me, a life, I know for me, what is my power of choice is to always choose to be able to steer my own boat. That's what really, I guess, attracted me to starting my own business. I dreamed an extraordinary life for myself, and at the time, I had 3 children. One was off at college, but I had a 5 and a 9-year-old. So, but I held that dream in my heart, and I took that action to continue to say yes to my dreams and desires and be in alignment with them so that I could manifest this life now that I have today. You know, it was beautiful along the journey of it, but looking back, I've been doing a lot of writing, and I was like, wow, you know, I held this dream in my heart where people were like, what do you even do? You know, nobody even understood what I did, you know, this online business thing. But it really does manifest in your power of choice. Your life is created by your decisions on what you say yes to and what you say no to. And I love how each of the elements come into that, and just the transformation in your own life is incredible. But imagine being able to help other women or other ideal clients utilize this system in their own life. The ripple effect throughout the world, it just jazzes me.
It's huge. It's huge. It's beautiful. It's huge. It really is.
Really.
When you choose to support other people through this work, I mean, one of the things that's important to know is that really the elements are living energies, and they will help you. They will flow through you. They will work with you as you help other people. I've learned so much myself by doing that as they pour through me. It's a very, very powerful thing.
Beautiful. I love it. I'm being of service to the world and being able to share this sacred information. It's what drives me. I mean, I want this information in as many women's hands as possible, because I just know that they will go out and spread it and share it through the way they live life, through the way that they think and behave and show up, and help transform other women's lives. And, you know, it's incredible work. It's incredible. That's why I guess I just want every woman to say yes to this, because your own transformation will be incredible. And then you have all this amazing information and ways to go spread it and share it out in the world. It's really remarkable, the value to not only your personal self and the people you love most. I mean, I mother differently with this work. I am a different wife to my husband because of this work, really understanding the masculine and the feminine and the different elements. It has literally touched every area of my life, my finances, my health, everything through this. And then I'm able to share it on a bigger level with my ideal client, which has made such a difference for me. It feels really good to me, I know, to make a difference in other women's lives.
Beautiful. And I can't tell you, Lisa, how many creation coaches, as they're going through the process, I get texts from or emails from over the years about what even the most, you know, fundamental piece of activation, how deeply it has moved them. Again, because these forces are alive, they'll move in each person differently. So it is just a dynamic living body of work.
Indeed.
It's going to help you on so many levels and on every aspect of creation in your business. Again, we've got each of the powers, and are you ready to get started to build your business and create more client success with them? I'm going to let you talk through these last pieces.
You bet. So you just really see, I know what's behind the veil and in the classroom. And I mean, it's hard to really sum it up with words besides epic. It's epic what you receive in this program. I have never seen, I've been in business a long time, and I've been in lots of programs over the years. I have never seen anything like this. I was like, holy mackerel, you know? And it is actually, the value is off the charts. It's epic. It's epic. So it's the woman you become by going through this training, and basically that's what this is saying. The skill set you develop, it's all there for you, and just moving through and attaining this knowledge it changes who you are. It changes who you show up in the world. The skills that you develop, you'll actually start to learn and see when you're getting a little lackadaisical, and you know you have to activate some fire, or you have to activate some water, or whatever element that is maybe just out of balance in your manifestation, what you moving towards what you truly desire, bringing it into form. You will have multi-use done for you content. There is tons and tons of handouts. There is no recreating the wheel. It's just printed out, maybe even put it in one of those, what do they call that when you put it in the plastic to make sure it's
a little folder.
Yeah, it's like,
laminated.
Yes, you can laminate them. Thank you. I was just having a moment. The handouts are all professionally designed. The trainings, there are just hours and hours and hours of trainings, and then I will be there to support you with your business, because it becomes shelf help if you just look at it and don't apply it. I know, Lisa, my goal for you in this program is to consume this information and to get out there and start sharing it. Use it in your own life for what you desire. Use it with your loved ones, share it with them, and just with the way you're living. The way you live and show up in the world will shift in really wonderful, miraculous ways. And then get out there and share it. So I will be there for you to cheer you along and support you on your business growth.
What a blessing that is for people. That is just such a blessing that you'll be there supporting them. I love that, Lisa.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I tried when I knew what it took for me to really step into my own business power and knowing and wisdom. I honestly needed more hand-holding, and that's what, as a Virgo, my perfectionism, like, am I making the right decision? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing this first or that first? That kept me spiraling and stuck longer than it should have, So I promised that when I was going to be helping women with their businesses, that I was going to definitely do it different, be accessible, and help them come to what is your next right step? How can this be applied? That would have been a miracle for me. And I know that there's women out there who it would also be a miracle for, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't making a misstep or, getting clear on something. That would also keep me stuck. So I don't want that for any of the women that choose to work with me through this program, and that's what my promise was. And I'm here. I'm going to support you every inch of the way. You'll have access to me through the private Facebook group, through calls. We're going to be doing coaching calls, so you're going to get tons of support. There will be no inertia, no overwhelm. I won't have it. Not on my watch.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. So where should they go again?
Again, if you want to take a little bit of a closer look, or there's a full body yes for you, visit schoolofmagicalliving.com. You want to hover over the courses tab. It's on the top tabs, and then you'll see natural rhythms to the right. You want to click on creation coach, facilitator, and certification program.
Beautiful, Lisa. It was great connecting with you today, and just blessings to everybody who decides that they want to join you and really learn from this huge body of work. All right. Blessings, dear one.